By the end of this chapter, the student should be able to identify the major problems women face in the education sector, explain the value of equality in education for women, and name the policies that protect the rights of women in education. Gender and education explain how being male or female can affect access to learning, the quality of education, and available opportunities. Education is a basic human right and should be equal for everyone, but true gender equality remains a challenge, especially in quality educations in non-traditional fields. Inclusive and fair educations ensures everyone has equal opportunities, helping society become stronger and more progressive. The importance of education in international perspective. Education is a fundamental human right, essential for reducing inequality and empowering communities. Global agreements such as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Convention of the Rights of the Child, and CEDAW prioritize accessible learning and end gender discrimination. Education shapes positive change by ensuring fair learning opportunities and inclusive systems, building a balanced and sustainable world. Education in the Beijing Platform for Action 1995 says that education as a key tool for promoting gender equality and empowering women. It emphasizes equal access to education, gender-sensitive curricula, lifelong learning, and linking educations to quality in non-traditional fields. These align educations with gender equity and helps create a fairer and more inclusive society. Philippine laws on gender-responsive and gender-fair education promote equality, inclusivity, and fairness in all levels of the educational system. These policies aim to reduce gender gaps, empower learners of all backgrounds, and support social progress and community development. They highlight education as a key tool for achieving gender equity and promoting sustainable and responsible growth.
Let us focus on gender and development markers in education. Gender and development or GAD markers are standards used to check if schools promote gender equality. These include equal enrollment of boys and girls, gender-sensitive teaching materials, safe learning, environments, and policies that prevent discrimination and harassment. When schools apply these markers, they help ensure fairness and equal opportunity for all students. However, despite these efforts, gender issues in education still exist. Some examples include gender bias in textbooks, unequal classroom participation, sexual harassment, teenage pregnancy, and limited access to education in rural areas. These challenges prevent women from fully enjoying their right to education. Another serious issue is gender stereotyping. Stereotyping happens when society assigns roles based on gender, such as saying that girls are weak in math or boys are better in leadership. These beliefs limit confidence and opportunities. In fact, stereotyping is considered a violation of human rights because it promotes discrimination and denies equal chances for success. This is very visible in STEM fields: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Women are often underrepresented in these areas due to cultural expectations, lack of female role models, and gender bias. As a result, many women are discouraged from pursuing high-paying and innovative careers. That is why non-traditional skills training is important. This encourages women to enter fields usually dominated by men, such as engineering, automotive technology, welding, and information technology. By breaking these barriers, women gain economic empowerment and greater career opportunities. Another factor affecting women's education is the multiple burdens they carry. Many women balance studying with household responsibilities, part-time jobs, and caregiving duties. These added pressures can affect their academic performance and sometimes force them to stop schooling. Lastly, material support is essential. Scholarships, free tuition, school supplies, transportation allowance, and childcare support for student mothers help ensure that women can continue their education. Without proper support, equal access remains difficult to achieve.
Inhibited access to education. Inhibited access to education means having barriers that prevent someone from going to school or learning properly. These barriers can be poverty, discrimination, or lack of resources. For example, girl is not allowed to go to school because of cultural or social restrictions.
Sexual and reproductive health and rights. SRHR education teaches students about their bodies, consent, and responsible decision-making. For example, lessons on safe sex and respecting personal boundaries help prevent teenage pregnancy and sexual abuse. Gender-fair textbooks and programs. Gender-fair materials avoid stereotypes and show equal roles for men and women. For example, textbooks should not only show men as engineers and women as nurses, but present both genders in different careers. Inclusive education and alternative learning systems. Inclusive education ensures that all students, including those with disabilities or from marginalized groups, can learn. Sexual violence in education. Sexual harassment or abuse in schools creates unsafe environments. For example, inappropriate comments from classmates or teachers can cause fear, trauma, and poor academic performance. A gendered education and a gendered curriculum. A gendered curriculum may reinforce traditional gender roles. For example, assigning girls to clean the classroom while boys carry heavy chairs promotes unequal expectations. Microaggression and education. Bullying and relational aggression. Microaggressions and bullying harm students' confidence and mental health. For example, teasing a classmate for being too feminine or excluding someone from group work are forms of relational aggression.